revivalists, Simon here from CD Revival. Today I'm going to do my first album review. So a full album review from it's a new album, came out just yesterday, 14th of October, and it's a new album from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Return of the Dream Canteen. It's the second album they've done this year. Obviously Unlimited Love came out earlier in the year, 1st of April that came out, so second album in a year. Yeah, I got that from Amazon. So day of release, pretty trippy cover design and everything. So yeah, always nice to get a brand new CD. And as it says there, 17 new songs, and this is their 13th album. So does it stand up to their previous stuff? I had pretty high hopes for this one. The first single, Tip of My Tongue, I was really a big fan of. It was really funky, obviously, and seeing the cover art, I thought, they're going to go real funky, real sort of Parliament P-Funk-esque. And have they done that? Well, I've listened to it, binge listened to it basically since it came out. So I've listened to it about 5-6 times, and I'll go through it track by track and let you know what I think of it. So yeah, first single, Tip of My Tongue, first track on the album, real funky, cool track. Super catchy, like a trippy breakdown in the middle, but for me, one of the best tracks they've done for a long time. Really do enjoy it. I think it's a really cool opener, really good track. The second track, Peace and Love, it's got a nice funky bass intro, slightly down tempo from the first one, really lush chorus on it, really good track, so do enjoy that one. That's a good one. The third track, Reach Out, it's got like a low-key verse, then goes into quite a heavy sort of chorus, pretty catchy. Yeah, pretty cool one, not bad at all for track 3, Reach Out. Fourth track, Eddie, which they've shown sort of a video of it on YouTube as well before the album came out. Tribute to Eddie Van Halen, apparently. It's an interesting track. It's not what I would call amazing. It's got towards the end, like Frusciante just goes for it, like a lot of guitar towards the end of the track for probably about 2 minutes. Not exactly Eddie Van Halen, but still pretty cool. A lot of feedback. It's pretty good. Now track number 5, Fake as Fuck. Again, low-key verses. It's like an upbeat sort of funky verse. Pretty cool track, and then it's got like a real heavy breakdown at the end. Goes pretty heavy. Definitely one of the better tracks on here. Track 6, Bella. Probably my favourite track on the album at the moment. Real funky sort of Prince, like James Brown-esque sort of sound to it. It's got trumpets on it, real catchy. Definitely a really cool tune. Definitely one of the best ones on it. It was kind of what I was hoping the album would all be like, to be honest with you, for the most part, but it's not, sadly. It's still a good album. I will get to the full rank what I think of it at the end. But yeah, track 6, Bella, really like it. If you like I like the funk of Red Hot Chili Peppers, so I think when they do the funk, they do it really, really well, and they certainly do it really well on that track. Track 7, Roulette, is like a mid-tempo track. It's very nice. It's fairly unremarkable. It's not bad. It's okay. My Cigarette, really lo-fi kind of track, quite repetitive, to be honest with you, but it's kind of trippy. It's got quite a lot of stuff going on in the background. It's okay. Afterlife, track 9, funky track once again, quite catchy. It's a bit of a standard Chili Peppers track, to be honest. Shoot Me a Smile, track 10, fairly unremarkable, jangly sort of pop, nothing too special. Then we have got Handful, track 11, another unremarkable track, slower. It's got like a waltzy beat to it. It's nothing special once again. Track 12, The Drummer, I think it's the second single. Definitely more upbeat, quite catchy. It's not too bad. Bag of Grins, track 13. It's got quite an eerie sort of verse sound to it. Heavy chorus once again. Really takes off towards the end as well. Really sort of goes up, so another a standout track, really quite a good one. Track number 14, La 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 La, 8 times anyway. Quite a slow track, quite ethereal, it's alright. Copperbelly, track 15, mid-tempo, not the best, doesn't really do much, bit filler. Carry Me Home, track 16. It's got some cool guitar in it. It's quite a bluesy track actually, definitely one of the better ones. Heavy end of the track as well. It's pretty cool. But yeah, some good soloing from John. And track 17, the last one, In the Snow, is a slower sort of atmospheric track to finish off. Once again, it's okay. So yeah, 17 tracks. It's quite long. I think it's about 75 minutes long. And it didn't need to be that long. I mean, my opinion, I'd rank this probably like a 3.5 out of 5. So it's nothing bad about it. It's just there is quite a bit of filler. There are some really good tracks on it. Say Tip of My Tongue's really good. Piece of Love's really good. Reach Out I like. Fake as Fuck, Bella, and Bag of Grins probably the standout tracks. I think if you were to take this and Unlimited Love and take the best tracks from both of them and put them together, you'd have one really, really good album. They sort of do seem to favour quantity over quality, I think, a lot of the time. And you know, so it's nice to have 2 albums from a band in a year. It's not something that happens very often, so fair play to them for that. But I think, although none of it's bad, I think that they could have made one really, really good album out of the 2 albums. And that's pretty much what I think. But yeah, is it as good as Unlimited Love? It's probably on a par, to be honest with you. It has got a bit of a different sound. It's a bit trippier, it's a bit more out there, with slightly different sounds on it. Obviously produced by Rick Rubin, the same as Unlimited Love. They were all done in one big session apparently, so they did all the tracks together and then thought they'd do 2 albums, which is probably better than what they did with Stadium Arcadium, where they did 2 albums like in one and put it all out together, and that's quite a lot to take in at one time. But even so, this is still quite a lot to take in at one time. So I've listened to it like 5-6 times now, and I'll probably let that settle in my brain now for a little while before I listen to it again, and then, you know, come back to it. And I find that's quite often quite a good thing to do with albums. Listen to them a lot, get to know them, and then you can come back to them later, and then you'll sort of, you know, you can often tell, oh yeah, no, this is really good, oh, I really like this one. Or so it's just going through the booklet, you know, pictures, lyrics, etc. But yeah, not a bad album. Definitely not their best, but certainly not their worst. And if you're a big fan of Chili Peppers, then it's worth a listen. So yeah, check it out. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5. So then my rating is not bad, pretty good. Some really good stuff on there. Say a couple of tracks are like some of the best stuff they've done for a while, but certainly the rest of it's nothing to write home about. So cool, hope you enjoyed my review. Hope this influences whether you listen to it or not. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll do some more reviews of new albums coming out. I think the new Arctic Monkeys album is out next Friday, so I'll probably do a similar thing with that, and hope for a really good one this time. Thanks very much for watching. Take it steady.